The Charge of the Light Brigade by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Half a league, half a league, half a league onward, all in the valley of death rode the 600. Forward the Light Brigade, charge for the guns, he said. Into the valley of death rode the 600. Well, when I read the first stanza of this poem, The Charge of the Light Brigade, I have a couple of questions that come to mind. One has to do with this word league, which I know has more than one meaning, and I remember that a league can be a measure of distance, but I really don't know what half a league is. I can't remember. If I learned it once, I've forgotten what it means. And my other question is, who is he? Who is leading the 600? Who is leading the charge into the valley of death? To get answers to my questions so that I can better understand this poem, I could ask the teacher, I could ask a friend, I could go get a dictionary or an encyclopedia, but I have in my hand some tools that I can use to get quick answers to my questions. I, for instance, could do an internet search, but I think it would be more efficient to use a reference app like my dictionary or the Wikipedia app. In fact, if I use Wikipedia, I can probably answer both of my questions in one place. So when I open the Wikipedia app, I see immediately a feature article and some news items, but I don't want to use those. I want to go straight to the search tool at the top of the Wikipedia app. So right here, I'm going to type my search term. The first search term I'm going to use is league. So when I search the term league, I get a lot of Wikipedia entries returned to me. Like I said, I knew that the word had more than one meaning and could be used many different ways, but the one meaning that I was thinking of has to do with distance, and that's the very first item on the list of entries, so that's the one I want. So now I'm reading about the league as a unit of measure, and I can see that it was used long ago in Europe and Latin America, and it originally meant the distance a person could walk in an hour. I can also see that in English-speaking countries where my poem most likely originated, it meant 3 miles. So the men in the brigade are either 30 minutes from their destination, or half a league could also mean 1.5 miles from their destination. It says at sea that a league was 3 nautical miles, but I know that this is a land battle, not a sea battle, because they are charging into the valley of death. So I now have a pretty good idea of where the army is in relation to their enemy. To find out who is leading the charge and who is urging the men forward into battle, I searched the title of the poem, and I found the poem by Alfred Lord Tennyson, along with a nice illustration of the battle. And it says in the very first sentence that the charge of the Light Brigade was a charge of light cavalry led by Lord Cardigan. And if I want to know more about Lord Cardigan, I can click that link and it will take me to a Wikipedia entry about him.